What's up, everybody? I'm Dear Gamer. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going over what I feel is my mid-game to late game build in Monster Hunter Iceborne. So I've been grinding a little bit. I paused the story because I want to make sure I have some good gear, some good decorations, and make sure I can support what I'm trying to accomplish. So I've done a lot of research, I've done a lot of testing, and it seems that I try to utilize the elemental builds like Dragon, which I seem is most neutral, and Thunder as well. But for me, I wasn't getting consistent damage. So I went back to my basic and using raw weapons. So I have a couple of builds set up right now. I was using the Paralysis Sword, and I was using the Aesthetic Glavis weapon as well. But now I'm kind of settled in on Deepest Night. And this is the combination between Nargacuga and Blackmail Vavasok. And I like it a lot. Cool thing about this weapon is it gives you options. So like there's trade-offs. So this weapon comes naturally with purple sharpness, and it has a lot more purple sharpness. I can go all the way if I wanted to, but the best part about it is it has 20% affinity. It doesn't have an element. It has a hidden element of poison. But the cool thing is when you pair this weapon up with the Kaiser, the Terrestrial set, the Master's Touch is perfect, because I really never really ever have to sharpen my weapon. Because I was doing some testing, I was in the arena and I was fighting some monsters for I did the whole quest of arena monster, and I was able to kill it without having to sharpen once. So now if you're in a regular battle and you're fighting against a monster, after that 3 minutes it runs away, you can sharpen then. You don't need speed sharpening because your sharpness is never decreasing. So the base damage is 792, but after all my buffs, etc., I got it to 950. So what I'm currently rocking right now is this. I got attack boost 7, critical eye 7. Weakness exploit, I want to switch that one out for a critical boost, but during my base game journey of Monster Hunter, I only got one critical boost set. And right now, this is my set I have going into the rest of the game. Granted, there's some more efficient pieces I'm going to get later on when I get to the end game areas of the game. Like I'm going to switch out my leg piece because there's one that gives you two critical eye and 3 slots. But I'll go down the list. I have the beta set and all the Terrestrial set because it gives me more slot options. I got the level 4 gem. I got the Kyrian jacket. This one's so good. It gives the critical eye 3 and divine blessing. It's so good. Also with this exploit there. And that's what I got so far. So as far as my decoration, and I have attack charm equipped because I don't need handicraft. It gives me more options so I can put more things on my weapons and give me a little more flexibility. As for decorations, what I got going on. The downside to this weapon is it doesn't have a slot for a gem, but it's okay because I don't need handicraft. It filled freed up around 2 slots for me. So I have Fortitude attack jewel, which is I found sad because I figured out that there's no hard attack jewels in Iceborne. It's only a combination or attack level 4 where it gives you 2 slots. So I haven't got that one yet. I'm gonna keep on grinding so we get a lot of the more of the end game jewels. That way I can get rid of these 2 attack jewels just having in 1 slot. But I got that attack jewel, critical jewel, expert jewel. The reason why I want to have my critical eye and auto and Malway maxed out because it gives me that nice affinity. Because the cool thing about this weapon is I get a base consistent 65 affinity, not with special effects taking effect or nothing magical. It's just straight base damage. I get 65 affinity. Now the best part with having affinity is affinity means that you're more likely to have critical hits, and Master's Touch means when you get a critical hit, your weapon does increase in sharpness. But then the best part if I had critical boost, but the difference is between now is critical boost 1 gives you 30%, while critical boost 3 gives you 40%. So 10% is kind of a big deal. So that's what we're gonna be grinding for. But these are what I got so on. I got extra slots. I put divine blessing. I feel like it saves me a lot since I had to get rid of my free meal skill, which was really useful to me. But this is what I got so far. I like it a lot because it gives me good consistent damage, and because I'm playing the game as intended with the clutch call, I'm trying to say the least is the cool thing about Witting's exploit activating is it's like halfway through the battle when you start breaking all the monster's parts, then you start getting even more damage because you start taking advantage of the abilities I have on my weapon and my gear. Cool thing about what I hated about coming in here and practicing is I hated coming in here practicing on this little wooden pole. Also, your damage looks amazing. Then you go fight a monster and now you're doing 20, 30, 20, 15. Cool thing about this weapon is the damage you see here is consistent to gameplay. And I'll go into a match right now against some monster in the arena so you can kind of check it out and see that it's very, very consistent. Let's go ahead and do that right now. But before we go, if you guys have any additions to what I can do to make the build even better, actually put your build in the comment section below. I know there's a lot of of builds centered around the last boss's weapon. But I think for a mid game, this is what I like, and I feel like a lot of people you see beginning builds, late build, but not really that much middle builds. So I wanted to pick a monster that's not gonna move around too much. I could just really go ham on. So I picked the Pookie Master Ring. So I'll show you guys how the damage is pretty consistent with what we're seeing on the pole. Besides that one, but I'm doing my best to. Hold on, let me get some face shots on there. And like I was saying earlier too, once you start breaking those parts, that's where the damage really starts like taking off as well. See, it's in the 90s, staying up there. Get some of these, starting to get into the hundreds, and it makes me feel like when I have my Divine Slasher like build or my Turok Greatsword in the base game. Let's get some mounts real quick. Give me some of that. Let me get on his face. There we go. Let's see what his damage looks like right here. Nice. See, hitting at 132. Let me try to knock him over so we can do our helm splitter from the top. Woo, beautiful. So he broke his face. Now, let me just weaken his face a little bit more. They should be falling over soon. Let me pick that up. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Whew, 144. Getting that damage. Looks like he's in rage right now, so we gotta hold on a little bit. And as you can see, my sharpness, my weapon is barely has moved. And you can tell right now, if I was fighting this regular monster in a regular area, it would have ran away by now. And there it is, Divine Bless kicking in. Beautiful, beautiful. Alright, let me throw him against the wall real quick. Is it gonna hit right there? Right there, he will definitely hit right there. Beautiful. Let's see. Woo. 109. We're just warming up too. We're just warming up. See, now all those starting to hit for, look at that, 150, 148. Beautiful damage. Beautiful damage. No need to sharpen. I think it's probably like one of the most slept on weapons. I just gotta make sure I just keep on hitting them. Is he gonna move? Nope. He's not gonna move, so I'm just weakening it. Even that's still good, doing good damage as well. Taking down a little bit more. Nothing. Let me get this real quick. Thanks, sir. Oh. Ooh. We just right here. We just call this abuse. Beautiful. Just simply abuse. Make sure you get as many of those as possible. No, no, don't take me to the back. Ah. The second part is making sure you hit your target. Oh my god, what a finish. 122 per hit. I'm liking it. See, not that bad at all. Master rank weapon monster didn't have to sharpen one time. That's why I took up all of my handicraft. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys enjoyed it. That's what I'm rocking for my build. If you have any questions, put in the comment section below. As we start getting better gear, every day we'll start upgrading it. So make sure you guys put your builds below, my family. Thanks for watching. Until next time, dear gamers, signing out.